Hello everyone and welcome to today's cryptocurrencies update for Wednesday the 17th. And let's go straight to the charts. There's not too much new to let you know, but let's go straight through them and have a look. Cardano, which still looked best with a last fifth wave for this potential leading diagonal. If we start breaking below 50 cents, then something else might be going on, and then the 40 cents zone will be revisited. Once again, I still like this pattern. Remember, diagonals are quite tricky. There are not many hard and fast rules other than that the third wave cannot be the shortest wave. But as you know, fourth waves can overlap with first waves, and it's all ABCs. So it's a little harder to track than a impulse, which is simply a non-overlapping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the overlap that makes it difficult, but it's the pattern within this wedge type that we're tracking. So if we can hold it around today's low, which is this lower trend line for this diagonal path, we can still try to reach to about 62 cents. And then we should expect this larger pullback to the start of the wedge pattern, which is not the July low, but somewhere more around 47.5 cents, somewhere around this zone here, because that's where the diagonal started. That's where the market kind of decided to make it into a diagonal. Let's look at BinanceCoin. I was looking for lower prices over the last couple of days for this potential wave 4, and so far so good. We can technically have already completed wave 5. I'll show you how that would resolve itself. Again, if this is a diagonal that is due to the overlap, always a little tricky to exactly track. So that would then be 3, and this would then be 5. You see the difference? And this is still a quite valid diagonal. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. And then if this is the case, and if we go below, I would say about 290 to 280, especially of course 272, then this wave 2/B is confirmed, and then eventually wave 3C. So one way or another. So either we're going to go a little bit higher first, well, very short term, a little bit lower first for wave 4. And then we're going to move a little bit higher first for wave 5, and then we get the larger drop. Alternatively, we have already completed the larger red 1A, and we're now in wave 2B. That would be something like this. Okay, so this is again the problem with diagonals. They're very overlapping. It's a little hard to know exactly which wave is which because of the overlap. Now here you can see this gray wave 3 is longer than this gray wave 1. So we're fine. That's good. Green wave 3, of course, since the start of wave 2 is longer than 1, also good. So this can technically be complete. So please keep that in mind, that that is a potential path also. But all paths lead to Rome, meaning eventually we will see this 3C. I have a hard time not getting there based on the price pattern that I've seen, either completion of 1A or one leg higher for 1A. And we all know after 1/A comes 2/B. And after 2/B comes 3/C. Why the A, the B, the C versus the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? We don't know objectively if a new bull has started or if this is only going to be a bounce. That doesn't mean you cannot long this, of course. That doesn't mean you cannot long this, of course. You can long any time frame. This is simply being objective. Biased people will slap a label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They don't know it. So if you don't know it, how can you put it on? And other biased people, the bears, will label it A, B, C. We let the market decide which one it is. Can you trade it? Of course you can trade it. Go long in the target zone. Take profits along the way. Raise your stops. All those good things. Very easy. You don't have to go long here at 200 and sell it at eventually 2000. You don't. You really do not have to do it. Trying to nail the top and the bottom is a futile exercise. Most people do it exactly because they buy at the top and they sell at the bottom. Okay, please remember, retail is completely out of cryptocurrencies. Okay, cannot get even a dog interested in cryptocurrency. So you're in there, you're holding strong, you're one of few, you're way above most, so to say, from a especially emotional point of view. That said, moving on to Bitcoin. Again, Bitcoin can have completed micro 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 already at, I think that is Monday's high. It's enough. It fell a little bit short of what I like to have seen, which was around 27.5 plus or minus 1,000. And we didn't get that. That's okay. That's an initial anticipation. Also here we have technically done enough waves up, and you can see we're potentially starting to close below this trend line that has held price in check since early to mid-July. Now let's see then if we can reach 21,000 plus or minus 1,000. So this starts to suggest that 1A is already complete. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see here 1, this is 2, then 3 here is the top here. Then we had this little pullback 4 and then 5. 3 is not the shortest wave, so everything looks good, very overlapping. Ethereum, I would really like for Ethereum to do this one last little push higher. It would look really ideal to about, I would say 2,200, maybe 2,100, 2,200. It would look really ideal, but it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to. We can have completed enough little scribbles already. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3, and then this is 4, and that's 5. Truncated in the sense it didn't reach the full potential 200%, but it doesn't have to. Financial markets don't owe us anything as long as follow the rules of Elliott Wave. We're fine. Where 1 and 4 don't overlap in an impulse, and that's what we've seen so far. So here, this gray wave 1 reached 1810. The low for today is 1817, at least on stock charts. I have 1823 on some other exchanges, so sometimes it's a little hard to know which is the exact correct price to be determined. But if we can rally back above today's high, then I think we can reach 2200 to complete wave 5 for 518. If not, we're going to drop below 17 to 1700 and below that 1400. Okay, we do have a plethora of negative divergences on some technical indicators, so please keep that in mind, that this rally that started already 2 months ago is kind of nearing its end. What really supports the case for higher prices eventually is, for example, the Grayscale Ethereum Trust. I think it has done a nice 5 waves higher. This one bottomed here also in June, and then we have a leading diagonal wave 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is wave 1, this is 2, this is 3. Then this pullback was 4, and then the open and a little bit higher was 5. In a direct down the same day, 2. Then we have another impulse higher, 1, 2, and then 3 of 3, 4, 5 of 3. Look at the very strong maximum overbought RSI 5 at the third of a third wave. Then we had 3 here, we had 4 here, and then this is, in my humble opinion, a ending diagonal wave 5. Wave 3 was not the shortest wave, definitely a little longer 5th wave. It's fine. So far, so good. This supports the case that Ethereum potentially also has stopped, and also the case that we're going to get a wave 2/B pullback and then a wave 3C. This target zone is huge. Why? Because I don't even know where wave 2/B is going to bottom. I don't have enough information for that at all. Of course, we have plenty of support and resistance zones, right? Support is here at around $12. Support is here at around $11. We even have support here at $10. We have a few gaps. Don't know yet. We're only in the 3rd down day out of potentially a month. So way too early to know exactly where this is going to bottom. So we put in the target zone. This is where we start, and we let things unfold and then narrow it down. Once it bottoms, then we can do projections for wave 3/C. So also here it looks good. I think it supports the case for higher prices eventually. This one as well, MATIC. Remember, I was looking for a last 4/5 wave on Friday. That's what we got. Looks good. I think this wave 2B is underway, below 85 cents, that is confirmed. Don't know, can be a very shallow sideways wave 2 as well. We simply don't know. Markets can correct in 3 ways. The first one is by price, going very deep. The second one is in time, going sideways for a long time, some type of flat or triangular correction. Triangles are, of course, not allowed in second waves. And we can also correct in market breadth. Well, that's not the case here, but for the stock markets, that is definitely the case, where things kind of go sideways and internally there's a lot of struggles going on. That's not the case here, so we're looking for either price or time correction. I prefer a price correction to wrong foot everybody once again, thinking the cryptos are toast. supposedly proving all the retailers that have left the cryptos wrong. But you can clearly see this is a quite standard, typical impulse higher. I have a very hard time. I'm really literally scratching my head right now to not count this as an impulse higher. After 5 waves up, expect 3 waves down and another 5 waves up. Easy peasy. It's really easy in that sense. Some people say I'm not allowed to say easy. It is easy once you see 5 waves up. Then you know what to anticipate because that's the power of the Elliott wave. Then we have Solana. Solana is not doing anything out of the ordinary either. It is a little bit below support, so we can still tag on also here another 5th wave. Don't know it just yet. We've done technically enough for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, it's all 3s. Wave 1 is 3 waves, A, B, C. Wave 2 is essentially 3 waves, A, B. You can even have wave 2 here. If that's the case, for example, then we move everything forward. That's what I mean. We can always tag on another 4, 5 setup. Okay, so then this would be wave 2, and then we have A, B, C for 3, and then we're now in wave 4, and then in wave 5. To be determined. So you can see this is the trickster of all tricksters, so to say, because we can continue to subdivide higher as long as wave 3 is not the shortest wave. And even here, it is not the shortest wave, I believe, because then we will start somewhere there. So let's leave it at here. This could also, for example, be wave 3, or this could be wave 3. I simply don't know. That's the problem. So we have to hold support. We have to hold the trend lines. If we eventually break down, remember, we're going to go back to the start of this diagonal, which is around $30. That's what's critical, but we're getting pretty oversold already. All right, 3 more minutes to wrap up these cryptocurrencies. I forgot the MATICs and the riots, and Moras, sorry. MATIC did. Let's quickly go to Mora. I think Mora finished a fantastically beautiful impulse higher. I've been switching a little bit back and forth between where the 3rd and the 4th wave of the last final 5th wave topped and bottomed. I'm back to the original due to the current correction that we're seeing. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4 of a ending diagonal wave 5 of 1A. Nice classic overthrow. And now we're right back at support, back to where we were last week. Okay, this is, I think, now a week of trading, 0 progress. Looks really good for this wave 2B. Okay, I like it. I like this wave count. And this is always the trick when you are wrapping up the last 4th and 5th waves, especially again in a diagonal, which one is the last and which one is not the last 4th and 5th wave. So simply the hardest part of Elliott Wave. That's just something we have to live with. No job has everything just easy. Nothing in the markets is especially easy. Okay, there's nothing easy about the markets, not at all. It's really difficult. So thank you for being a premium member, because with me, you have a coach, a mentor, and a trainer. Otherwise, you step in the ring with Mike Tyson and you get a few punches in, but you'll get eaten alive. So this is Riot. Riot did essentially exactly what I wanted. Okay. Last week here, this was, I believe, Wednesday. Last week, I was already looking for this wave down. Well, I was off by 1 day, pardon my inaccuracy, but we have a classic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ending diagonal wave 5, with I believe this wave 3 top here being exactly 123.6 times the length of wave 1, measured from wave 2. That is quite classic for a diagonal. Then we have almost overlap with wave 1, and then the final overthrow for wave 5 of 5. And we should now be in this wave 2B. Don't know exactly how deep it's going to go. We have, of course, support here at around 775, and then here at 625. And this support zone fits nicely with a 50 to 62% retrace. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to go back to about 6.5, 625, and then off to the races. Okay, so far, this is tracking beautifully as an impulse. This is a picture perfect impulse. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a subdividing wave 5. Why? Because technically wave 3 did not subdivide. If you would do a line chart, it's all higher closes. It's just one straight up. Okay, and then you need at least one wave to subdivide, and that is then the 5th wave, an extended 5th. Here as well, we have 1, 2, this is 3, then we have the drop here at the open is 4, and that is 5. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I am bullish on Riot and Mara. This means one should be bullish on the cryptos as well, because they're pretty much tied to the hip. So, quick summary, motive waves are still on track as mostly leading diagonals, except for the Maras and the Riots. Cardano has technically done enough waves up to suggest this leading diagonal completed, but I would like to, it would really look better with one last fifth wave, not necessary, okay? So please remember where we are short term versus intermediate term versus longer term for your trading time frame. Some people like to trade long term, some people can't hold a position longer than 10 seconds. It's all good, nothing wrong with it, but trade it accordingly. Avalanche has technically done enough waves up to also suggest leading diagonals complete. Again, one last fifth wave cannot yet be excluded. I'm sorry about that, but that's the nature of leading diagonals. We must hold $25 though. BinanceCoin would again look better with a 4-5 sequence with wave 4 now underway, but below 280 or 290 suggests that this larger 1A wave has already completed. Bitcoin, again, it would look better with one last micro 5, but as said last week, it has technically done enough waves up to suggest the leading diagonals already complete. Ethereum, also from last week, I told you it should wrap up the last smaller 4th and 5th waves. Now it needs to hold today's low to allow for 2200. If not, 1700 and 1400. ETHE, the Grayscale Ethereum Trust, did in my humble opinion 5 waves up. If you can count it differently, please let me know. This supports the bullish case for Ethereum. Looking for a pullback, so then we should also expect a pullback in, of course, the underlying, which is Ethereum. MATIC, from last week, I wrote on track as anticipated, would look better with one more 4-5 sequence. That 4-5 sequence looks complete, and I think it's now in wave 2/B, which will be confirmed on a move below 85 cents. Solana technically done enough waves also to complete the leading diagonal. Again, one last fifth wave cannot be excluded. Welcome to diagonals. Must hold 25. No, Solana must not hold 25. Excuse me, that is incorrect. Solana must hold, I would say, 37.5. Sorry about that. That's a little mistake from my end. 37.5. There, typo. There we go. 37.5. Okay. Mara Riot have completed their impulses up. Picture perfect. Ending diagonal fifth wave. Love it. Supports the bullish case for Ethereum and Bitcoin, etc. going forward as well. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for listening. Take care. Trade safe. See you all on Friday.